welcome back to SMB Designs. I am coming to you a little bit late on this Thursday, but I wanted to give everybody as many chances, as long of a chance as I could to enter the giveaway. So I am going to I have written all of the names as many times as they answered the questions down. So I'm going to cut those up with you while I tell you the questions and the answers to those questions as they were found. Okay, first we have, who was David's father? Who was David's father? And the answer is Jesse. I think that was one previously, but the question I have now is, which two disciples wrote the Gospels? Which two disciples wrote the Gospels? We had a couple of different answers on this. Well, most of them found them correctly, and it was a very difficult question to come to think about it, because you really don't think about how many of the disciples actually did write books. But the answer to that one is John and Matthew. John and Matthew wrote books. So that's that one. And let me get these slid on the sides, or I'm going to be here all day doing this. Then we have, what piece of clothing did the soldiers put on Jesus? What piece of clothing did the soldiers put on Jesus? And the answer for this one is either a purple robe or a scarlet robe. And I found this very interesting because Miss Leona Designs pointed out that in one book it tells you scarlet, and in another it tells you a purple robe. So Miss Leona, I went ahead and gave you two entries for that one, because I had not even put that together yet in my head. So I thank you so much for teaching me something on that one. And yeah, so I did accept either answer, but it was very interesting, and I thought I needed to bring it up that it could be either or, depending on which book you were reading. And so our next question is, where did Moses and Elijah appear with Jesus? Where did Moses and Elijah appear with Jesus? So this answer is the Mount of Transfiguration, or as Marty said, it's the Mount of Tabor. She had both, the Mount of Tabor, also known as the Mount of Transfiguration. I love that, Marty. Thank you. And so we'll go on to our next one. And that one is, how many sons did Jesse, David's father, have? And he had 8. And I loved that Jonathan Peterson put in there, he actually listed all of the names for me. So that was amazing. I loved that. And the next one we have is, in Psalms 23, the Lord prepared a table in whose presence? In Psalm 23, the Lord prepared a table in whose presence? And the game said, in the presence of my enemies, Psalm 23, verse 5. And so I looked that up, and because there were a couple of conflicting answers, and I wanted to double check it. And it actually was in the presence of his enemies, and it was David talking, and said that God prepared a table before him. So I did accept the answer of both the presence of my enemies or David as the answer. So that was another good one for us all to know. And Then let's see. We will move over to the next set of questions. What was the name of the priest that Hannah brought Samuel to live with? What was the name of the priest that Hannah brought Samuel to live with? And the answer was Eli. Eli was the answer. Next one. Who died after being eaten by worms? That was a good one. I had not thought of that or even looked that up, so I had to look that up myself too. Who died after being eaten by worms? And the answer is Herod on the card in Acts 12:20 through 23. And this was actually Herod Agrippa I, the grandson of Herod the king. So that was a great one to know. And the next one is, what kind of stories did Jesus tell the people in order to teach a lesson? What kind of stories did Jesus tell the people in order to teach a lesson? So that answer is parables. Parables is the answer. What river was turned to blood? What river was turned to blood? That answer is the Nile River. At what time did Jesus die? At what time did Jesus die? The answer, the 9th hour. And that's found in Mark 15:34. Okay, that is the bulk of our questions. That's all of our questions and the answers. Let me see where my little cup thing is that we mix these in. I should have had that out here. Oh, there it is. Okay, here it is. Ah! That sounds awful. Sorry. Didn't mean for it to squeak. So I've written each name, and I'm just folding each one of them twice. And so we'll get those folded up real quick, and we'll be able to do this drawing. I did have it pointed out to me, though, that I missed reading chapter 17. I don't know how I missed reading that, but we are going to read chapter 17 after I give you the answer, after I give you the winner for our giveaway. And so we will do that today in this video. Let me get these folded. So I'm really excited to be able to do this giveaway with each book that we are reading. It's a wonderful thing that I get to give to somebody, and a beautiful thing that you're able to win something. Everybody likes to win a little something, so it's a fun thing. The winner, whenever I pull the winner out, needs to send me a message by email below. My email is in the comments. The more for the description, you click there, and you'll want to send me an email with how you want your name to read when it comes to you, your address, your full address, and that's it. That's all I need, and I can get it out to you. So you will receive that. And I will try not to miss any chapters in the next one. Our next book that we're going to read is the book of Exodus. Exodus is an interesting book. I haven't read it in a long time, so I'm going back. It was a requested book, so we are going to go through that and refresh all of our memories, or renew our memories if we haven't read it yet. So now that I've got all of these folded up, I can put all of them in this little container, put our lid over it, and just shake it around. Just so you know, I'm not cheating at anything. If I knew how to work those silly comment pickers, I could try that, but I don't know how to do that stuff. Alright, so we're going to dig in here and pull out one. Here's our one. Who do we have? Jen Wren. Jen Wren is our winner of this giveaway. So, Miss Jen Wren, girl, I already have your address. I will get it sent out to you so that you will get your prize, darling. And now we are good to move on to reading chapter 17. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't realize I had skipped that.
Walk in the light, rely on the Christ.